Hello and welcome everybody to a BMAVcreations video. My name is Ben and today I will be going over the latest update come to GTA 5 Online, which is the Lowrider customization update. There's a lot of things in this update and a lot of cool new features to go over. I know I'm a little late. This update came out 3 days ago now, I think, on the 20th of October. So I'm a little late, but it's alright. You know, it's fine. So I will be going over the customization of the Lowrider vehicles a bit later on in the video. Just before that, I want to talk about some of the other little features which have came out on the side of this update. So, personal vehicle remote. This is to do with the Lowrider vehicles. If you have got a Lowrider vehicle and unlocked the customization on it and customized it, you can now, from the interaction menu, which is holding the back button on the Xbox One controller, you can now open the trunk, the doors, and the hood of your Lowrider vehicle, which is really cool, just to show it off and mess around a little. You can also turn on the engine light and radio from standing outside the vehicle, which is amazing. You can turn on the engine while being outside. Amazing. The next update is free mode weapon pickups. Now, I'm not too fond of this update personally, but for less serious players, I'm sure it's quite good. So 200 separate weapon pickups are now scattered across Los Santos, which is alright, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't do much free mode play in a random lobby just because you get killed all the time and it's boring for me. But for people that want to go around killing everyone and just generally fucking about, it can be alright. If you're low on ammo, you can go pick up a weapon. Personally, I prefer the way that you can just go into a store and buy your own weapons and get it yourself. But that's just my opinion. The next thing is changes to performance mod unlocks. Performance mods are now accessible and unlocked by rank as well as via race wins. This is great news. Oh my god. A lot of people like me aren't fond of doing races and stuff like that. I don't mind some races, but some of them are just a bit ridiculous, you know? You want this customization on your vehicle and you have to do a huge amount of races or some stupid shit. And I'm just not a fan of that. Now you can actually unlock them by rank also, which, it adds a bit of variety into the game and means that you don't have to do a lot of ridiculous races or challenges just to get the vehicle mods that you want. Okay, so a new option has been added to races also called Destroy Last Place. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty scary also. The host can make it so every lap, every 15 seconds, every 30 or 60 seconds, the player in last place will be blown up, which is interesting. I guess it adds more stakes to actually try in a race instead of sit at the back and get the races complete for the mod unlocks. And the next bit is quick ammo restock option. This is pretty cool. You can now refill ammo directly from the player interaction menu. You can not only refill all of your ammo, but you can also add rounds to certain weapons or, as I said, just max out ammo for everything. That for me is not too useful because I'm level 34 at the minute and I can hold 9,200 bullets for every weapon, which is pretty good. You know, I don't need to restock on ammo that often, but for things such as grenades or rocket launcher, bullets, stuff like that, that can be quite useful and I probably will use it now and then. The next update is Pearlescent Crew Colour. New paint options for crew members in the mod shop. Again, I don't really care about that too much. I'm not in a crew, but I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about that because the crew colours don't look great as they are. But now you can get pearlescent options. It can look quite cool. There are also new player actions added to the player interaction menu, being chicken, chin, brush, and no way. Obviously, you can kind of guess what chicken would be. The other ones you'd kind of have to see them, but I don't know, that's alright. And the last feature that came with this update is for PC players, which is updated PC mouse controls while you're playing GTA 5 on the PC. So that's everything, every new feature that came with the Lowrider update, apart from obviously the main update itself, the new customization to Lowrider vehicles. So when you load in on the first time after this update has came out, you will probably quickly receive a new mission from Lamar. The whole Lowrider updates have been based around Lamar. I think there are 8 missions in total that have been released from him, and you have to do the first one, or at least enter the first one, to unlock the option to buy and customize these new Lowrider vehicles. So in total there are 6 Lowrider vehicles. I know it's not many, but there are only 6 customizable Lowrider vehicles. It's, you know, they'll probably add more in the future. It's not a great amount, but there's a variety. There is a variety, and it also varies from, I think, 5 grand to 225 grand in price for the 6 vehicles. So, you know, at least there is a high-end expensive one. Now, after you've completed the first mission and you have got one of these vehicles, you can head over to Benny's Motorworks, a new garage added in the center of Los Santos. And this garage is where you actually customize the new Lowrider vehicles. Now, the big catch here is just to start customization on one of these Lowrider vehicles, it will cost you 390,000. So a lot of money, but I think personally that is a great thing. It's adding value to these Lowrider vehicles, and I think we need more expensive things in the game, especially for Lowrider vehicles. Say you're really into these types of car, and you do a few missions, get the car you want. None of them are really worth a huge amount. But now you actually have something to strive for and aim for, and you have an incentive to earn a lot of money in this game to upgrade the car to the max, because not only do you have to buy the car, which could be the 225 grand one, plus 390 grand just to start customization. I haven't looked into prices yet, but I can imagine hydraulics and other interior design customization will cost a lot of money. That kind of directly brings me on to the kind of customization you can do to these Lowrider vehicles. In the background, you would have watched me pick up my new Lowrider vehicle. It's the 32 grand one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the 32 grand one on the shop. By the way, to access the shop, you just bring up your phone and it's the bottom right hand icon. It's its own app on the phone, which is pretty useful. You don't have to go on the internet. So I picked up the car and I went over to Benny's Motorworks. And of course I didn't have the 390 grand to customize it, but if you were watching, you could see the kind of options I went over. The only one I couldn't access or see was interior design. So there is so much customization you can do on these new vehicles. Of course there's the standard exterior customization, but then there are completely different paint jobs that actually add, add decals and more of a theme to the car. You can really customize the colors a huge amount. Different tires, you can make the cars go lower, a lot lower than before I think. And the main selling point is the interior and the hydraulics. Firstly, the interior is insane. It's one of these things which you won't be paying much attention to unless you're driving first person, which I can imagine would look amazing with customized interior driving first person. But if you're not driving first person very much, it's just a quirky little feature that you can have in your car. That's kind of cool and you can show off to some people, but apart from that, it's mainly for first person drivers. And the other big selling point is the hydraulics that you can add to your car. These are pretty cool just to fuck around with. It can actually help you do some jumps in the game as well. And you know, there is big movement in the hydraulics. I think they've done a pretty good job on the hydraulics. The only time I've driven with hydraulics, you're probably wondering why I already know this, is because in the first mission that you have to do with Lamar, you do actually drive one of the new customizable cars, and it has hydraulics and it's fully customized. So you can see what they're like from the first mission, and if you want to spend your money on it. So all in all, I think this update is amazing, especially for people that love lowrider cars but want to strive for something more than, you know, a 30k car and stopping there. They now have at least 600, 700k to save up for the best car and the best customizations possible through this new garage. So as I said, all in all, I think it's an amazing update and I can't wait to save up and customize my own Lowrider car. Apart from that, I hope you guys have enjoyed and this has been useful for you. If it has, then please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.